I was preaching literally 2 nights ago in Nigeria. Yesterday we flew out to Atlanta, then flew here.
How are you doing, my dearest family? Welcome again to Direct TV, bringing to you the truth with Brother Joshua. And right in today's video, guys, we are still celebrating these healing streams, And amazingly, the man of God, Pastor Chris and Pastor Hinn, will reach over 7 billion people. And you see, there are a lot of people that doesn't believe that Pastor Chris could reach 7 billion people. I've talked about this thing severally, where I've mentioned that even Pastor Chris has not mentioned what they are using, all right, to achieve the 7 billion, all right, but they have reached 7 billion people, all right. Even the entire world and many of these big, tech guys, they are surprised, but our ministry are far big more than them. So the man of God, Pastor Hinn, shared some insightful thoughts when he was having this recent program with Apostle Johnson Suleman, which I'd like you to listen to. Because before we dive into the video, for those of you coming new to my channel, hit the subscribe button, watch today's video. I'll be right back.
God is going to move briefly.
Señor se va a mover maravilloso.
Now I want to just ask you a question.
Ahora quiero preguntarte una pregunta.
How many here
¿Cuántos aquí
speak English?
hablan inglés?
Put your hands up high.
Levanten su mano.
That's almost most of you.
Casi son
Thank
todos.
you.
Gracias.
Now don't interpret now. How many do not speak English? Put your hand up. How did you know what I said? So we don't need you now. You can go to your seat. Thank you. I've been in this too long. I've learned many lessons. Now, those of you that don't speak English, someone next to you can tell you what I'm saying. I'm fine with that. But the majority speak English. It's much easier for me to minister without the interpreter, unless I'm in some country where nobody speaks the language. So tonight, Jim, I cannot hear your instrument. I need to hear it. I'm so glad to be with the bishop. I pray the Lord will always bless and use him. And the people said, Amen. I flew in from Nigeria. I was there yesterday. I didn't think I could physically make it, but I'm here. I'm 71 years old, and I did not even do that when I was young. I was preaching literally 2 nights ago in Nigeria. Yesterday we flew out to Atlanta, then flew here, landed about 1 a.m., and today I just had to rest. And I said, Lord, just give me strength. How many are from Nigeria? Oh my goodness. All the Nigerians stand up. That's a lot of people. Thank you. I love Nigeria. I had such a, you can stop playing a second. I had such a blessed time at the airport. Everyone was asking me to pray for them. Christians everywhere, in Nigeria. But I think I've been to Nigeria the last few years quite a bit. The first time I went was in the 80s with Benson, Idahosa. That's when you were only a little boy. There's one thing I don't like about what you said. It makes me feel old. I wish you did not say you were 14 or 16. I think, oh Lord, why did they have to remind me? I want to tell you just a few things about my experiences with Benson. How many of you heard of that man of God? Okay. How many have not? You have not. Well, he was very, very, very powerful. So when I was with him, I was there for 2 weeks in the 80s, mid-80s. We were in Lagos, Ibadan, Kaduna, And it was powerful what God did. But that man of God, very anointed, like beyond what I've seen in my lifetime. Truly. I had him come speak for me in Orlando. And he said, and I was just reminded by someone who saw the clip. He was preaching for me. He would wear these beautiful robes. And he gave me one every day. I looked like the Pope. One day it was a blue robe. The next day it was yellow. The next day it was green and yellow and blue. And it was wonderful because it was so hot in the meetings that all to do to get cool is just do this. Get some air flowing, you know. But Oral told me this now. I didn't see this part. But the president of Nigeria at the time had said to Benson, he said, we need rain. We have not had rain. Oral Roberts was with him that day in Nigeria. And he said to the president, you will have rain in 2 hours. It had not rained for months. He said, you will have rain in 2 hours. And Oral said it poured in 2 hours. You know, you just don't see that. But that man, I will never forget, he prayed for a young man with asthma. We were sitting at what is called you were with me, a phone center? A phone center is the old things where you put all the plugs in the old-fashioned stuff, you know, so you had to wait a little while before you got a call. So this young man comes in, gets on his knees and says, Papa, I have asthma. And Benson said, open your mouth, and he did. And I never see this in my life. He slapped that man. He says, you're healed. And he just slapped him like hard. Wham! And guess what? The asthma was gone. That was the first time I ever saw a man slap anybody and they got healed. Wow. But anyways, he was bold in the Lord. But the most amazing thing we saw with him, Jim, come here a second. You were there. They probably won't even believe this one. You've got a microphone with you? Well, it's okay. You can use mine. Jim Sonero has been with me how many years now?
December will be 37 years.
He's a saint, this man. So we are flying to Kaduna. We get to the airport, and how many of us were together with him? 10 of us, or maybe more. He gets to the airport. Now, nobody has a ticket. Not one of us has a ticket. He gets to the airport. He stops the plane from flying out to Kaduna. A plane was ready to take off, full of passengers. He goes to the pilot. He says, you're not going anywhere. And he kicks all the passengers off the plane. Huh?
He said, you, go. And they went.
And they all went. He kicked them all off the plane. He says to us, come on, take the first class cabin. So we filled the first class cabin. And then he goes down, and there's a line of people that had been kicked off by him. And he says, you go. And they fill the plane. And then he says, you, go home. There was a few of them that could not get in. He looks at the pilot and says, now you can take off. I thought, what power this man has. He controls the airport. Things like that. So it was quite interesting, I must say. But he's in heaven now, and he left his impact on all of us. And I think that's why you are where you are too, Bishop. Can we stand up and thank the Lord for his mercy?
Alright, my dearest family. Now, in the beginning of the video, I did talk about the fact that the man of God, Pastor Chris, have reached over 7 billion people in the last healing streams. And quite a number of people did say that that's not achievable. And some people also say that if you sum up all the views from YouTube, Facebook, and all those social media platforms, maybe that's how they arrive at 7 billion. But I'll just let you know what Pastor Chris said in some occasion, and you can still let me know what you think. Pastor Chris did say in some occasion that the numbers that they are getting is just on their platform alone. All right, on their platform alone, they have over 7 billion. They are not even counting the views from YouTube account and Facebook and all those social media platforms. See, so this is massive. This is massive. So kindly let me know what you think about today's video, and those things Apostle Pastor Benny Hinn actually shared. So I'd love to see my next video. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell, guys. Bye.